worldwide sim racing. It's the WSR feeder series, and we're here at Japan, the Suzuka circuit, and we're getting ready for the penultimate round of the WSR feeder series. And I'm joined today by WSR You See Me Flying, and as always, glad to have you back in the booth. And I'm very excited for this Japanese Grand Prix. I think it's going to be a good one.
Oh man, this is literally in my top 3 favorite tracks. I love the S's on this track. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. If you get it right, you can have so much fun.
It's blue skies here in the game, not so much in real life. Still having the typhoon going through. Make sure to watch out for qualifying, though. It is going to be on the same day as the race this week, which is really cool. But we got sunny skies here at Suzuka, so no problems there.
I think qualifying is actually in real life. I think is actually tonight.
It's tonight at 9 o'clock and Eastern Standard Time. Right? Convert for your other time zones.
What do you think is going to happen here, Noah? Who do you think is going to show up?
We don't have any we don't have element 10 on track today, which is concerning. Of course, he's not that far in the championship standings. Damien still has a chance to overtake him in the championship. Things are not up for grabs yet. We got some new faces in here. Scar Logan, of course, not a new face, but definitely a driver who can make things happen. Hef 543, you said it was a buddy of yours. He's new. We also have Jamien. I'm just going to say Jamien's. I don't know, Jamien. We're going to say Jamien. Jamien ones. All right. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know I haven't seen any of these drivers race around this track, so I don't have a clear answer for you on who is going to be the one to dominate, but we'll have to wait and see.
And Bigu go around this track. I think Shilmo has an opportunity here. He and I just did some practice laps, and he was actually doing fairly well.
Looking at the Hef, a little bit of skipping going around on my screen. The internet connection, not fantastic. But is it ever? Usually not. And, F goes really wide into the hairpin. One of the toughest hairpins on the F1 calendar is that hairpin right there. Cuts out so many drivers, including yourself. You say you have a lot of trouble with it as well.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm learning taking TC traction control off on all of my career mode and Grand Prix modes and outside of league racing. And this track on that one corner is to get right with TC off just because of how hard you have to brake combined with the uphill exit. Very difficult.
And thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us right now, of course, this is the WSR Feeder Series, the best and the brightest, trying to make their way into the main series. Damien Carroll also on a lap currently. Let's get the telemetry on board right now. The center S's are almost, it seems like a center S, but the S's of Suzuka is a part of the track you can either get really right or you can get it really, really, really wrong. Let's see what Damien's Sector 1 time. It's a 32.2, I believe I saw on there. Let's look at the Hef. He puts in... Oh, his sector has not been great. It's a 33.2. So definitely go faster. Oh, Catastrophic's already had an accident coming out of the S's. And Catastrophic, that's the last thing he would have wanted to happen. And there's a driver...
catching up.
Here's a driver that, yep, Jamie is catching up, and he will catch up to Catastrophic. Catastrophic lets him by. Good on him. Jamie wins,
what's the best Sector 1 time right now, Noah?
I believe it's Damien with the 132. Hef 543 is going to be one of the first men to cross the line, but I believe Damien will be the first man. It is a 129.979. We're going to look at Hef. I don't think it's going to be as quick. No, it's going to be about 2 seconds adrift. And now Catastrophic with front wing damage going through the third sector. Bigu now coming up to the final chicane before coming to the penultimate turn. And we'll see what Bigu can do. And Bigu goes third fastest with a 133.8. And then second fastest is Jamian with a 130. And Scar Logan goes fastest with a 127.969. Sorry, 129.769. Bigu has retired from the session. He must have had a crash in the center S's, and yes, he has. He's had another crash. I would say another crash, but he has had a crash in the center S's. Another person falls victim to the S's of Suzuka. Such a difficult part of the track to master, and if you don't master it, you're either going to have a bad run or you're just going to simply crash, and I've had too many times I've crashed in the S's, and that is not good for Bigu, who is out of qualifying. We would like to mention Cho Mo has received a qualifying ban after the events of the Chinese Grand Prix, in which he took out Viger at the final turn on the last lap. So Cho Mo has received a qualifying ban and will not be able to participate in the qualifying for the Japanese Grand Prix. He will obviously start in last position, which will be 8th on the grid here. Scar Logan LPC, though, on pole position, so he'll be very happy with pole position if he can keep it all together. I do apologize for the connection jittering. Nothing we can really do. It's more the netcode of other drivers. But hopefully everything stays together as the red-hot brakes glowing on Scar Logan's car as he should be going to the pits. And yes, he does, but he sits on pole position right now, used to me flying, and you have to say Scar Logan LPC, a driver with so much potential, but has really squandered it in this championship after numerous mistakes throughout the season. Originally starting off strong with Element 10, but has slowly drifted away from the performances that we would hope to see from him.
I gotta say, I agree with you 100%, Noah. He's fallen off a little bit of his talent as far as I'm concerned. He's one of the fastest drivers that we get to drive with, even outside of leagues. So when he's crashing and having bad turnouts, and it's disappointing because he can challenge Element 10. He can be up there within a tenth, within 2/10 on the last lap. We've seen it. We've had photo finishes. This is an awesome league to watch close racing, and when these drivers hit their marks, it's amazing to watch. Jamie 1S, or Jamie 1, is going to have an outstanding race. He put his 130.6 lap on hards.
And Bigu is out of the session. He has crashed in the S's in the on the second of his laps. So Bigu not able to set another time. Let's see what the Deck 91 can do. He is now going through the S's in Sector 1. Let's see what he can do. And look how... Oh, see, I wish I could show you guys jittering and connection issues that I can't fully see how he's committed through there. I do apologize again, ladies and gentlemen. Not much I can do on my end. It's a 132.9 for Sector 1, so not the quickest that we've seen so far today. Catastrophic is back on track in Sector 1. Front wing replaced. He is going through Sector 1. Let's see what he can do. And already coming through here, and it has been a 33.2, so not exactly on pace at the moment. Getting out of the way, I believe that was... might have been Jamie, and I think it was Jamie. Yes, it was. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. And not too sure who that was for. Scar Logan LPC is coming around on another outlap, looking to set a faster time in qualifying. The Deck 91, though, goes second fastest with a 129.976. So not too far off of Scar Logan LPC's time. definitely going to have some challenge for pole position. Scar Logan will definitely want to go faster on this next outlap. And who's going off there? It looked to be somebody. I think it was Hef. And yes, Hef going quite slowly right now. And Hef has had front wing damage, so it must have had an accident in the S's.
Damien coming around on the last chicane at the end. Ooh, he may have just invalidated. And he definitely did on that one. Oh, boy, maybe not.
Let's see. And
wow.
No, it's not an invalidation. I didn't see what happened.
He was all over the last two corners, man. He was... The middle of the car was on top of the bumpers. The curb. Just, wow.
Well, regardless, it's second position for Damien. He slots behind Scar Logan LPC.
So that's just a good line, man. Wow.
There's yellow flags all over the place. You seem fine. Are you getting connection issues on your end in terms of drivers kind of skipping around? I just want to make sure it's not just totally on my end.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Oh, great. Well, I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. The drivers are skipping around on track on my screen, so we're not getting the smoothest broadcast experience for all of you.
We'll fix that next week.
And now let's see what... Actually, this is not a great lap from Scar Logan. He's actually saved up his ERS. He's going to go 8 seconds slower. But now let's see what he can do again. Going into the center S's. In that...
Ooh.
Oh, going off too wide. And I think that pretty much ends it. Oh, no, and there's a huge crash! And the tire... Well, no, Scar Logan somehow survived. The tire barriers have... The tire barriers died, but somehow Scar Logan survived. Ask me how, and I wouldn't be able to tell you. But anyway, Scar Logan is pretty much the luckiest man on the face of the earth, with only part of his front wing gone. He doesn't even, not even the entire front wing is damaged, which is interesting. Actually, I would question.
Yeah, he hit that at a good 80 miles an hour. So.
Yeah. So, well, you know. Questionable physics, but you know what can you do?
Jamie Ones is on an outlap right now, and I'm going to be watching him. He's on mediums. I gander to say that he's going to do a 128.
128 on mediums? You think so?
I do.
It'd be a high 128.
Yes, it will. Come on, Jamie Ones. Don't make me a liar. Look at that. All right. We're warming those tires up. Here we go. %100% ERS.
And I do apologize. It seems Element 10 was online, but it didn't get an invite to the session. So there seems to be technical difficulties with that. We do apologize for that. Of course, Element 10 would have loved to be at the race right now. So again, technical difficulties, I think, from both sides for why he's not in the race at the moment. And Damien going on the grass a little bit through the S's. Sector 1 not looking too fantastic. And oh, he really slides through there on those medium tires. Let's see what the time's going to be. And it's a 1:32.4. So faster at the moment. Maybe even fastest on the grid. But I think he'll be challenging with Scar Logan. Taking it pretty nice through that hairpin, though. Going into Sector 2. Let's see what Damien can do. We're going to go on board with him right now. as he comes up to the end of Sector 2 before coming up to a 130R. And let's see what that Sector 2 time is going to be. On the straight now, through the trees, and the Sector 2 time is going to be a 1:12.3, but he's like over a second faster. This is definitely going to be a pole position time as he's going through the final chicane and putting it all on the limit right now. Coming across the line, it is going to be a 1:28.848, 1.562 seconds faster, and he is on pole position definitively. Scar Logan LPC will have a lot to do right now as he's on his outlap. He's on that soft compound tire, though. Maybe, just maybe, after his near car death experience, he can put it all together. Though he is really running all over the track right now. A few grass and sand specks coming up all over the track. You don't want to be running too wide when you're not even on your qualifying lap just yet. It's to push the limits, you got to be on the actual lap, I think, as Damien is sitting in third. Not a bad position for him to be in, considering he is second in the championship. Would love a big haul of points this session. And we are now looking on board of Scar Logan LPC. He is going around the S's, just finished the S's just about. And we'll see what he can do on those soft compound. Ooh, a little squirmy out of the S's, but we're going to see what it's going to be. It's a 1:32.8. It's slower in the first sector for him. Let's see if he can bring it together a little bit in the second sector. Yeah, around the hairpin. Not quite hitting the apex. Going a little wide onto the curb. That might cost him some time there. On that soft compound tire, it just cements how good of a lap Jamien's lap was, being that he was on the medium tires and going really wide on the curb. Now it's going to unsettle the car a little bit, but hopefully he's okay through Sector 2. And let's see what he can do as he's coming up through the tree section of Sector 2. On that straight, it is slower again in Sector 2, so not doing well indeed. Oh no, there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. I think there might have been an accident.
No, one of the cars was just going way off track.
Catastrophic has had another off, giving it really big gas through Sector 2. And no, Jamien is out of the session though. So there must have been an accident. He's retired in the okay. Interesting. The sector, the yellow flag just came up at the same time of the.
That was one of the drivers that Scar, I think, was following behind. He just got way off track purposefully to let Scar take the final chicane.
And catastrophic though is done with qualifying. Jamien has gotten on pole position. Scar Logan LPC is got no. It shows him in 0 ERS for me. I don't know if that's on for you.
Yeah, it's at 0 for me.
So Jamien pole position for the first time in WSR, and he'll be very happy to have that pole position. A 1:28.848. Pretty good time, I would say, right? Used to be fine?
Yes, sir. Did you ask me something?
I asked you if you thought that was a good pole position time.
I do. Yes, I apologize. My daughter was leaving my basement. I had to apologize. Yes, 128 on mediums is an awesome qualifying time. When I'm doing time trials, I'm doing a high 127 on softs. So
I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for the background noise. We do have lives, unfortunately, so we do have incidents that happen here or there. I'm going to commentate for you, though, regardless. Jamien's on pole position. Sar Logan is in second. Damien Carroll is in third position. The Deck 91 in fourth. Catastrophic in fifth. Hef 543 in sixth position. Bigu in seventh. And Chomo, of course, banned from qualifying.
$26 seconds. $20.
And we're just getting ready. Hopefully, a formation lap is on. And yes, the formation lap is on, and we're getting ready. Jamien is on pole position, and he gets away. And going to be very interesting, you semi-final. I think this is going to be a good one, and I think it's going to cause for some very interesting racing. This is such a unique track on the F1 calendar. Nothing really like it, and I think we're going to get some really awesome racing.
Yeah, I have to agree. 100%. I think this is going to be an awesome race. I think Jamie 1's is Jamie 1S. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. Is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Scar Logan and Damien are going to have to push real hard to keep up with him.
Jamien is in first position. Scar Logan is in second. Damien Carroll, second in the championship, is in third position. Element 10 is not on the grid today, and Damien is definitely going to want to capitalize on that and finish well in this race, because I'm telling you one thing, if he finishes another bad race, I think the championship is all but won for Element 10.
Element has been doing a wonderful job, I have to say.
Jamien his tires, and
they almost did there a little bit. One of them went off track, won the dirt.
Oh, good to know. Good to know I'm not totally seeing things. And Jamien, despite having possibly one of the hardest to look at liveries I've ever seen, is getting ready for the start of this race. And he will ride those zebra stripes in pride as we get ready for the start. The 5 lights will go on, and then they'll go off, and then we will get ready for this Japanese Grand Prix. The crowd's excited, going through their basic animations they've been told to do. And now it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and in Japan, the cars are all stationary. I can't see. They finally move. It's been an odd start as Scar Logan, though, takes the lead of the race. I have no idea what happened there. On my end, it took very long for the lights to go off, and Scar Logan has taken the lead of this race. Damien now challenging Jamien. Used to be fine. How was it on your end?
Yeah, I saw the same thing, man. I was behind the pit wall and I couldn't see the start, and then all of a sudden they all came around the pit wall and Scar was ahead of Jamie. I don't know.